Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Board Game Heaven Talks Accessories. My name's Raymond, and in this video I'll be taking a look at the Loke Battle Mats board, and the Big Book of Battle Mats Volume 2. And I'd like to thank Loke Battle Mats for sending over these samples to review. And these are 1-inch grid mats and pages in this book for playing role-playing games, for example. So let's quickly take a closer look. Okay, so this is the Big Book of Battle Mats Volume 2. There is a Volume 1 as well, of course. And it's 60 pages of battle mats for tabletop RPGs. So let's get started. So the first page here, you have some tiles there, some generic tiles of an outside or an inside area. And all of these pages are made of a dry erase surface. So kind of a plastic material. So if you have a dry erase marker, you can draw stuff on here and, you know, just later just wipe that off with a clean cloth or with your little dry erase tip here if you have that on your pen, but a cloth will do, and then you can just wipe that off. So here the first tile that you have, and of course if you have multiple of these books you can put them next to each other and create a bigger map, or maybe with Volume 1 create some cool maps. And these are all 1 by 1 inch. So if you have some miniatures, I just grabbed a couple off of the shelf, you can put them on these maps, and maybe there's a couple of brave warriors fighting a werewolf over there. So yeah, that works fine. This is a bigger base than 1 inch, but this works nicely. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the next page, we have some grasslands here. So just green with some detailed grass. It's really nice. And then here is a forest with all these trees. So, you know, cut off at the point somewhere, so they're not, you could say they're all tree stumps. Maybe some people chop down the trees, but they could also just be full trees and they just drew them at this level. Otherwise you'd only see foliage and you wouldn't see anything. So again, nice for your forest adventures. Here is a bit of a clearing there with some rocks, so there might be a height difference here. And here is a building, a tower perhaps. That looks really nice. Plenty of detail in these cobblestones, or these stones on the ground here, as you can see. It's really a lot of detail, these tiny little flowers there. So that looks pretty nice. Here is a waterfall, seemingly coming out of a cave. Some stepping stones here over the river. And again, plenty of plants. And then we have a crossroads here. Some fences. You can see some stones here underneath the dirt. Again, more grass. So that looks lovely. And here is a cave. So perhaps your adventurers are entering a cave, and there's these little smaller caves inside here. Maybe some troglodytes live there. And again, here is a path downwards, deeper into the cave, and you can go over here as well. There's some holes there, and some exits on all the sides, here and here as well. So that's pretty nice. Here are more labyrinthine caves, which would make for a nice battle scene with some cave-dwelling creatures, monsters. Looks nice. Plenty of detail in the floor as well, different colors. So next, it seems like that these caves end somewhere where there's civilization. So there's some colored tiles here. Maybe there was some kind of monastery inside a mountain. Who knows? Here is a cave entrance, so maybe this is the entrance to those caves. Here's some more water. Maybe perhaps this water, you know, is where the other river ends, and the water will flow down into the cave. And here is where you go outside again. And here is some more of this, these stones on the road, some steps into perhaps a temple, perhaps a church, perhaps just an old ruined building. Some more interiors here. So we've got some different rooms, some torches on the walls, some different rooms there as well. Inside of a castle, perhaps. Here is a big altar and a big room with some pillars there. And what seems to be a big glowing red orb. And here is another room with some lava pits. Really nicely illustrated, very glowy effect there. I like the shadows as well, coming off of the light coming off here and casting shadows. Some more bigger rooms, a tomb here perhaps, and some rooms there as well. Here's another big central room or hall. Lots of stairs there. So maybe this is where there's fighting going on or some kind of sport. Or perhaps it's a hall where a feast is served. And here is an arena. So this is pretty cool. Sandy arena, the pits there. Here is where the Lord or the Emperor, whatever, would sit. And spots for the spectators. Also pretty nice. A little village, cobblestone streets, sidewalks, a couple of houses. Also looking very nice. Different kind of tiles on the floor, wood and tiles. Here's another bigger house, big establishment. Maybe this is a store or a storage facility. Maybe it's an inn. Who knows? Can do what you want. And here is a church. I really like the stained glass shadows here on the floor as the light shines in. It's really cool. Big entrance over here. Nice. And here is a nice tavern with some tables and chairs. Here's the bar, kegs of ale. So your adventurers can take a rest, perhaps listen to some rumors, some new leads for their next adventure. Or they can rent a room to stay the night. There's some houses across the street. And of course, underneath the city, there are the sewers. Always need some sewers. It's pretty nice. Maybe they have a rat infestation. And our heroes need to get rid of those. So here is a castle. Nice castle walls there. The path leading up to the entrance. And some trapdoors leading into these watchtowers. And inside there's this courtyard where perhaps the locals set up market. And there's some stairs here and a tower over there as well. That's pretty cool. And then once inside the castle itself, there is the big hall here, some side rooms there, leading up to the throne room perhaps. Some nice illustrations on the tiles. You can see light coming through the window there. Plenty of detail in these maps. And there we have some tents. Some nomadic group of travelers have set up their camp. And here another forest with some walkways there. Perhaps they have huts in the trees. Kind of looks like the Ewok village from Star Wars. So yeah, you could technically, this is just fantasy. You could use this for any kind of setting. Of course, if you find the appropriate tile. So you could use this for Star Wars here as well. Some, the floor is lava environment, which can be used for just about anything. And then there's a nice seaside coastal line here with some kind of, I don't know, a temple perhaps, or whatever it is, with one of the columns have toppled. And yeah, some nice colorful plants there. And here we are in the desert. Just a big desert map. And over here, there's the stairs to perhaps a temple or a ruin. And here are some stairs leading down into the catacombs below the pyramid. Also looking really nice. Here's a mountain pass where you have to travel through, which is of course the opportune, the ideal spot for an ambush, where goblins jump down or whatever. Some more snowy area here with a lake that's frozen over. So this might be a fantasy setting, this might be Hoth from Star Wars, who knows? And here is a ship at sea. If your adventures take you seafaring. And then finally just a blank map with just a grid that you can use for whatever you want to draw on there. So, plenty of maps in this book, and here are all of them again. Right, let's take a look at the battle map board. Right, so this is the battle map board, which is a fold-out 24 by 24 inch double-sided wipe clean map. So it comes in that shrink wrap, which I took off, and it just has that cardboard cover around it, as you can see. And here it already shows you that it has a dungeon and a grassland design. So let's have a look at that. So this folds open. Let's see at the other side over here. And then it folds this way. So let's take a look at the Grassland map first. So again, grass, just like in the Battle Mats book, just a lot bigger, of course, and it's pretty nice. You can hardly see the seams of the board, so that's pretty good. I do have a battle mat that you can fold, which is made of kind of the same paper as the book, but as you fold it, you can see the creases, and it also doesn't stay open very well. You have to leave it open for a while, put some weights on it perhaps, so that it stays flat. So yeah, it's very hard to store if you don't want to fold it, and you can't roll it either. So a board is a very good idea, because you can fold that easily, and when you fold it open, it's flat. And you don't see those creases either. So yeah, there is an advantage to having a board like this. And there is the other side with the dungeon floor. Pretty straightforward, and it's very much the same as the first two pages here. So here is the book again, as you can see. And the second one was the Grasslands. So yeah, you can also just, you know, make it even bigger by putting your book next to the board, and then just draw on some things. But this is pretty handy if you want to make a town or something, and you have some actual scenery of some houses that you want to put down. You already have a nice, you know, like a street. Or if you're building your dungeon and you have some walls and some furniture, and maybe you just want to draw your dungeon yourself, so you can just, you know, draw the walls like so, and then just fill them in, so like that. And again, it's dry erase, so just take a cloth or whatever, and you could just, you know, wipe that off again. It's very easy. So that is the Dungeon and Grasslands board. Do, 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 do. So my final thoughts on these products by Loke Battle Mats. First of all, I really love the illustrations. All of the maps in this book are lovely. They have nice and vibrant colors, and there's plenty of different and diverse environments to use while playing a role-playing game. And I really love that, and very colorful and very nice. And they range from forests and cities with cobblestones like here, and temples and big rooms or smaller rooms, sewers even, to beaches and lava environments. So, you know, there's a little bit of everything in this book, which is very cool. And again, like I said, if you have volume 1 as well, you can just put those next to each other and create even bigger maps. Or even if you just want to buy 2 of these and create bigger maps with that, that works as well. And because they have a ring, you can just fold them completely like this and just use one of these maps if you want to. So that is also very convenient. And of course they're dry erase, which I like, which I already mentioned. And the big map is also very handy. I like the fact that it's, well, it's quite big. It does, you know, it takes up rather large space on your table. So there's plenty of room to play here. You can make a big arena, some big showdown is happening there, or you can fill it with, you know, like houses or whatever, or you can use the other side and just make a big foresty area, put down some trees or some ruins or what have you. And yeah, so there's plenty you can do with this, and the fact that you can fold this neatly and not have to worry about the creases because you don't see them. You have to look very, very, of course you know they are in the middle, but you can't see them. You don't see them when it's folded open, and that is also a big plus. It's very sturdy. So this is easy to store as well. You can just slide that into your shelf between some boards or some board games. And same goes for the book, of course. That can also be stored easily. And yeah, that just works very well. I really like this product and absolutely recommending it. Check out their website by clicking the link in the description below and check out their products. I can very much recommend that. So thanks, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And also please consider becoming a patron saint to my channel by clicking the Patreon icon at the end of this video or the link in the description below. And there you can see at which tiers you can support my channel. You'll get your name in the credits and access to my Patreon exclusive posts. And it is of course very much appreciated. You're helping me create more content. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.